Hey guys, Discipline Magic here, and I have an announcement to make. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Xmage is complete garbage. It's devolved into an unplayable pile of crap because those idiots refuse to have any kind of moderation. Also, the people who designed it are just clueless. They're just complete idiots, and I'm more than qualified to say that because I have a degree in software design. Now, it should have been apparent when you had to download Java to run this because basically, if you decide to learn Java, it's probably your school's fault, but if you do it on purpose, you're an idiot. It's one of the worst programming languages in the world. Actually, language-wise, it's pretty good. Framework and performance-wise, oh my god. Words cannot describe the inefficiency and just problems and difficulty with programming in Java and not making it work and look like crap. So let's set aside the fact that every time they patch the game, they break like 8 more things. They constantly break cards and then they never update them. As far as I know, Declaration in Stone is still broken. I don't know. Their website doesn't even have any contact us information. It's hard to pin down even the name of the crew that made it or anything. Like their interactive thing is just like a subset on a different person's forum. It's complete garbage. So I graciously offered, just kidding, very rudely offered to become one of their moderators because the European server has a moderator. Guess what? Nope, they decided it was better to let people spam racist and lewd messages 1,000 times in a row, which, by the way, how are people even doing that? If your message matches the one before it, you're not allowed to post it. They must be alternating. It must be a chat bot, whatever, like a copy paste bot. Oh, and apparently, yeah, you can leave like 5,000 messages in like 1 second, and that doesn't seem suspicious. Just basic 1992 online game crap that people solved, a while ago, not even implemented into Xmage. So you got people, Hitler did nothing wrong, blah, 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 lewd, just unbelievably offensive sexual stuff is just unbelievable in the chat, and nobody's there to do anything about it ever. As far as I know, the North American WoogerWorks server literally has no moderator at all. Like, they don't exist. If it does, they certainly aren't on every day, which I am almost every day, so I'm like, hey, make me a moderator. Nope, they deleted the topic, because I called them out on their complete crap handling of the game. So make sure you head over to the Xmage forums, which are on who the hell knows what website. Maybe I'll put a link in the description, and tell them what you think about that, because I don't think I'm ever going to touch Xmage again because it's just crap. So is this just, I'm so morally hurt by the messages in the chat? No. Half the time I'm making the offensive messages, just not spamming them 10,000 times per minute and flooding. Now people are repeatedly joining the lobbies. So if you create a game, they can join your lobby and you can't kick them. There's no kick button. StarCraft 1 had a kick button. Age of frickin' Empires had a kick button, okay? I think that's 1998. I know StarCraft came out in 99. There is no functional ignore list. You can do /ignore. It'll maybe work 1/3 of the time, maybe, if you get the exact spelling correct. And if you don't, it'll still say that they ignored somebody even though they don't exist. There's no text verification. This is basic crap, okay? This is like year 1 programming student. Keep in mind, I was the head programming tutor for my college as well. Trust me, as bad as some of my students were, they were not bad enough to write Xmage level crap. This is just careless. And I know you're going to say, oh, but Des, it's a volunteer program. So what? Volunteering and not volunteering has some kind of reflection on what kind of skill level you have? No, your skill level at programming indicates your skill level at programming. So here's the other problem now. If anybody wants, they can target one other person and just completely shut down their game. Completely shut it down. They can just come in and just stall out and jam your game. Well, 1, if there's too many spectators, the game just basically crashes. You can't even click anything. And 2, actually, let's stay on 1 for a second. Too many people is about 8. Okay, not 800, 8. Oh my god, the scaling in this. Oh my god. And the graphical layers, they all are like exponentially done because they're all layered. So they're all independent graphics layers as far as I can tell. And that makes it just, I have a GTX 970, could barely render the game. An i7, a 500 gig SSD and 12 gigs of RAM. And it could barely render the game. Welcome to Java, everybody, and German level programming. So somebody can come in and they'll just put, oh, I request to see their hand. I want to see that person's hand. And you can hit accept if you want to show your hand, whatever, just like, real match. Or you can hit deny. Well, if you hit deny, they could re-request instantly and then do it again and again and again and again and again. And there must be a slash command for it. God knows it's not listed anywhere in the documentation. So they could just paste it in over and over and over, and you're not allowed to take an action until you address that pop-up window. So your game is over. You're done playing. Wow, what a great feature. And they've known about this glitch for forever. Now, there is technically a fix. Nobody knows about it. I kept trying to explain it to other people, and then they moved it. They moved it to a different location too, so that was fun. Had to return it on again. But basically, you have to go to preferences and then like auto decline or don't even allow in the first place people to request to see your hand. And then both players have to do it, or they'll attack both players. They'll just go after the other player and stall out the game. Also, there's about 50% people doing all kinds of cool homebrews, so it's way cooler than most people's FNMs, where people are just like, yeah, I want to put something together, but I don't want to actually front the cards in case it's terrible. I don't want to buy them, so there you go. The other 50% are mentally unstable netdeckers who want to win at a contest so badly that they'll run a completely not fun deck and just get raged at. Every single player, they will rage quit. They'll quit the whole match if it's a 2 out of 3. They'll yell at them in the freaking community chat. Still, they will go back and play the same deck, the same overpowered garbage deck. I mean, anybody running Affinity will get torn apart in the chat. And they don't care because they're just like, I need to win. I'm so good at MTG. I need to win to feel special because my parents don't approve of me. My daddy didn't hug me enough, so now I need to go on Xmage and run freaking red, white, blue, draw, torrential, glimmer, anticipate. Ooh, I won with a Saheeli Rai infinite combo on turn 4 again. I must be the best MTG player in the world. Those people need to get the hell off Xmage, seriously. So could I just, person by person, block them from ever joining my game again? Nope. Can't do it. No feature for that. And actually, that keeps you from ever running all night. For 3 hours straight, I've tried going back on and on and on. Somebody else caught that I was online and would join my lobby over and over and over, so I couldn't play a legit game unless I joined somebody else's lobby. And then they joined the game and spam both of us to freeze it up. So basically at this point, I can't play Xmage because the people who programmed it are just idiots. They're just such complete idiots. The community's toxic, which, I mean, the entire MTG community is toxic, a portion of it at least. So why am I not surprised that it translates to Xmage? But it's 10 times worse because it's online and anonymous, so who cares? Also, every single time you start a draft, somebody will purposely rage quit if the draft's not good enough. I mean, basically every single player on Xmage is just an asshole, let's be honest. They're just a terrible, miserable person who would never do crap like this at a local gaming store. Just the kind of crap that they pull, interfering with games and leaving early and dropping because their first 5 cards in a draft weren't very good. Yeah, you wouldn't get away with that locally. I mean, you can't play draft no matter what. You can't play standard if anybody's targeting you for any reason. You can't look at, read, or participate in the server chat. Xmage might as well not even exist. And I wouldn't exactly hold my breath waiting for the idiots who made it to actually get their crap together and get some semblance of programming skills, even just in the GUI. I mean, the GUI is garbage. The new and improved way that you sort your deck is instead of by card, it's just like buy mana cost, buy creatures, filter it, so I can never look at my deck the way I wanted to, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with the old way. Now, just recently, in the latest update, I can't see the artwork for basic lands. They're just outlines, which they're not even the default images, and it changed halfway. So it went from, okay, it's the filler image for a mountain, no problem, to now they're not going to display anything. It's a blue rectangle. So I can't even tell. I have to read the word planes, and then they're transparent and stacked. And then on top of that, transparency doesn't render very well in Java because it's multiple layers all rendered separately. Oh my God, just the programming talent. I'm not a Java programmer, but I could do a better job. You could give me like a freaking Dora the Explorer level freaking Java programming for dummies, and I could do a better job than these dumb apes. They don't hire moderators. They don't take volunteers. I'm like, I wonder who's qualified. I used to be a paid moderator for one of the biggest websites in the world. In fact, I used to be a moderator at another online forum, a pretty major one. There's who cares? Oh, he said something kind of rude about Xmage. Oh, I'm so hurt, I'm going to delete his topic. Well, guess what? I said if you don't make me a moderator, I'm going to make a video about the quality state of Xmage. I was actually bluffing. I was going to make the video regardless because it's unplayable and the people who created it they just don't know what the hell they're doing. At this point, I honestly hope Wizards just sues them out of existence just to get rid of them. So I'm switching to Cockatrice. I just built one deck in it and I'm trying to get a game going and oh my God, F- level programming in Cockatrice. Whoever designed this, I don't think they even went to school for one semester for programming. I mean, just basic crap like not clearing forms when you go back to them. Just basic stuff. Oh my God, just text verification. I mean, oh my God. The UI design, the counterintuitive, everything. The fact that if you want to know how to do anything in there, you gotta look it up online and find some like Reddit post about it. And then, okay, I get into a game. Why isn't it dealing me cards? Oh, you have to hit Control 7. Well, it turns out, no, they're actually wrong. It's like M or something. I don't frickin' know. I found a list. It looks outdated. Some of the commands work, some of them don't. So far, I haven't been able to actually get a game going. Also, it seems like people have the patience on Cockatrice that I have on Xmage because oh my God, are there slow players? And it's not like slow computers. I mean, it could be, but it's people doing something else. They're like watching Netflix or YouTube. Oh, was it my turn? Like 30 freaking seconds later. I started putting 50-minute timers on, and all day yesterday, I beat 3 people in a row because they hit the timer. And boy, were they pissed. I'm like, literally the game listing, the title of the game listing was play fast or get the F out. Was that not maybe a hint? Plus it says 15 minutes right after it for the time limit. I mean, these people are just so rude and careless and stupid. And then I go over to Cockatrice, it's designed even worse. Now, I have to say the UI is designed worse, not necessarily the actual logic, because that's like genius level compared to Xmage. If you don't want somebody joining your game on Xmage and just posting Hitler did nothing wrong, Desolator Magic sucks over and over and over and copy and pasting it for a mile so that you can't even talk to your opponent, sorry, there's no way to do it. There's no way to do it. Yeah, the ignore feature might work if it feels like it. It kind of works on and off depending upon what the update broke. So if you want to prevent spectators from joining your game so that 1, it doesn't crash, and 2, you don't get just Hitler-ish, hate speech, sorry, there's no function for that. You can't turn off spectators. How the hell did they not think that not adding a feature to turn off spectators was a thing? Like, why didn't they implement that as a feature? Oh my God, the stupidity, it just it burns. It seriously makes me want to go continue to get a 4-year degree in programming just so that somebody will hire me so I can just make anything better than these idiots. So anyway, if you want to do anything in Cockatrice, you've got to head over to imtgapp.com/forum/index.php, question mark, which is parameter, topic equals 10107.0. Got that? Did you write that down? Got it. Good. That's where you'll find it. Not in the interface. There's no button for draw my first 7 cards. There's no button for mulligan. You just have to know to hit M to mulligan. And God help you if you ask your opponent, how do I mulligan? Boom, they're gone. They just quit the game. I think I just won 3 games in a row because my opponent left before we even got done mulliganing. Wow, I must be the best player on all of Cockatrice. I just found an exploit to win every game. Just be new to Cockatrice. Ta-da! Never in my life, including the game that I just played today, Exile Ruined World from, I believe, 1992? Might have been 1994. I know it was originally 16-bit DOS. Anyway, everything is in the program. If you want to cast Fireball, it's W. I have it memorized, but it's in there, parentheses W. You want to cast Fireball, do it. Nowhere in the actual software is either an interface button or a list of hotkeys. How the hell did this get to be released software? What the actual hell is wrong with the people that designed this, that they're like, well, I guess people don't need to know how to control our program. I mean, that's I'm going to make a calculator program, okay, which I could literally make in about 10 minutes, but I'm not going to put any buttons on the calculator, and I'm going to have Control M and Control T and Control E for equals, and then I'm not going to put anywhere in the calculator program what those controls are. Oh my God, I hope this person does not legitimately work professionally in programming. So anyway, if I can get Cockatrice remotely working, because, oh my God, at least they have block spectators, password protect spectators, Just every feature that's missing from Xmage is in Cockatrice, even though the UI was designed by a crazy person. It seems so much less glitchy, it's unbelievable. So I guess even though it's just the worst damn thing I've ever seen in my entire life, almost the worst piece of software that exists on planet Earth as far as I've seen, it still seems to beat Xmage. That's how far Xmage has fallen. So screw you, you German douchebags who made Xmage. You have no idea what you're doing. You have no standards. And it seems like you were just like drunk one day and said, let's make an MTG simulator. And then you gave up like 5 seconds after it was done and just said, we don't need to moderate it or make sure, you know, people can use it or play or find out what's ruining the game or abusive behavior and put a stop to it with one simple tiny little tweak to the code. Oh, we don't need to hire moderators when they're volunteering and they're on every day and they're not getting paid. They're just doing it just to clean up the server and make it playable. Nah, screw that. We don't need that. Screw you guys. I hope you get shut down. I really sincerely do. Yeah, so if you thought I was bluffing in that forum post, nope. But honestly, yeah, people need to know about this. They need to know not to jump on Xmage because I made a video promoting Xmage, showing how to configure it and use it when it was all new and lovely before everybody jumped on and ruined it and it became a malfunctional pile of crap. So ever since I made that video, everybody's been telling me, why don't you play on Cockatrice? Why don't you play on Cockatrice? It's so much better. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm already set up on Xmage. Well, screw it. I guess I can't play on Xmage anymore. So screw it, screw you. I'm switching to Cockatrice, even though it's, oh my god, almost as bad in at least one category. So if you want to catch me on there, I'm Desolator-Magic because some asshole stole my actual name without the hyphen. So if you see Desolator Magic without the hyphen, it's not me. Also, pretty easy to identify me. I'll be the one just tearing apart NetDeckers and also typing with really funny characters. Oh, and if you keep saying, oh, how are you using a different font? It's the same font, different letters. You just look like an idiot. So anyway, if you want to do your part and never touch Xmage again, I'm sure if you were a past player or a current player, I don't need to tell you that because you've experienced it firsthand. You just can't jump on and play a game anymore. It's impossible. But if you really want to help the cause, besides, you know, not using Xmage, obviously, one, use Cockatrice instead after you read an entire PhD thesis on how to operate it. And two, leave a comment, hit the like button, and just send this to everybody you know because the popularity and interactiveness, as they call it, will make sure that this is the first video anybody sees when they go to YouTube and type in the word Xmage, and that would be kind of funny to me. 17 and a half minutes about why I hate Xmage and why it's a malfunctional piece of crap made by a bunch of idiot Germans. By the way, I can say that I'm half German. Seriously, I took the Ancestors.com DNA test and it came back with, I opened the letter and it just said, screw Xmage, it sucks. True story. So spread the word, tell people to stop using it, jump on Cockatrice. I guess, God, I hate endorsing it in any way, shape, or form. And hopefully I'll be on testing my new deck. It isn't working so well, but then again, it's not like I got to play more than 2 games with it, so whatever. See y'all over there. I'll see you guys next video.